identified stereographic maps as only possible map of Earth? No.
Ouch!
At 1,040 miles an hour, you can't feel it, you can't measure.
All right, so
Right, you can't feel it, but you can measure it, you handsome porn star, you.
I had a commentator.
He would make a good porn star, wouldn't he? That mustache, holy shit. Handsome porn star, you. No.
We are live. We are back. I am Ronnie James Harris. I'm joined by Jason William Laufenberg, and we are Beyond Flat Earth. How you doing tonight, bro?
Happy 4th of July. We've got a special for y'all tonight, and it's going to be fun. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of laughs and a whole bunch of embarrassed shills tonight. And I can't think of any other way to celebrate than to do a live stream like this where we show people that have been talking smack about us are the liars and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pumped. I'm excited for tonight, brother. This is going to be a popcorn party. We're going to...
So, I mean, you know, it's great because we get to just sit back and, like, throw popcorn at these idiots. Come on. Come sit down, Sean. Come sit down, Jake. We're going to take you on a little ride tonight. You know, the funny thing is I actually feel bad for these guys. If they're not intelligent enough, that was close. If they're not intelligent enough to understand the stuff that we're sharing, why don't they come and talk to us, bro? Why aren't we working together? So here's the thing. These guys want to go and make these content and bring our names up and call us all these names and say all this stuff. Why don't they just share our content, just straight up just share it the regular way that it is? Explain to people the way that we're explaining it. Why do you got to try to come out here and act like we're attacking you? Bro, I don't got time for you in my life. I don't. Jason put the time in here to timestamp and to come up with this podcast so we can come out here and answer the detractors. I don't have time for these narcissistic YouTube view whores. I don't care about these people. I want to pave the way to freedom and truth. And the thing is, you know, we've got to do it. It's going to be hilarious. Like I said, I'm going to just sit here. I'm going to throw fucking popcorn at you stupid MNFers who think you guys can go on and run your mouth, but you guys won't come on a live stream with us. Jake talks about he's going to knock people out, send them to the ER. Listen, people that talk like that, bro, they don't have to talk like that. Just, come on, why aren't we working together as a team? If I can hit this camera, if I can hit the camera with this popcorn, we should be able to work as a team. There, I hit it, all right? Come on, guys, let's work together as a team. I don't want to have to come out here and do these stupid-ass streams where we go through, like the Shawn Hawkins guy, literally, he would say something, then he would hit play, and we would debunk what he just said in real time, and we didn't even know that he was live streaming or coming up with these stupid assertions. If he had waited...
That's going to be the fun part tonight. That's going to be the awesome part.
I mean, like, all you guys are really worth where we want to go, you know, is you can be the jesters. We'll throw tomatoes and, like, I mean, if you guys were better, then I would say tomatoes. You know, come on into the court. Let's see what you got tonight. Everybody pull up your popcorn. Get your chips out. Well, you know, I don't want people eating chips. Popcorn's not even good. Homemade fresh popcorn with real butter is probably the best. I endorse that. But, I mean, Jason, these guys are just clown shoes. I mean, this is so much fun just to throw popcorn at these jokers. I mean, they don't have any contradictions to anything that we say. They haven't debunked. All they've done is misrepresented our content. That's it. They created a straw man argument that we don't even have, and then they go, their map is stupid, after they create the thing that they're calling stupid. That's not what our map is. It's not what the map shows. We're going to show everybody tonight. And again, why can't we work together? Why aren't we doing this truth-seeking thing as a team? Jason and I aren't here to make money. We don't have monetization. If you guys are here for the truth, why don't we just have a conversation, a live stream? Come on, join us. Let's talk about the truth, man. We don't have to be enemies. I don't have to come out here and do this. Jason doesn't have to do this, but we will. If you guys are going to bring our names up, when we feel like it, we'll step into the ring and we'll show you guys what's up. That's it. And all I'm going to do is throw popcorn at you guys every time you open your big, stupid mouths without any evidence. And if you can correct us, great. We will stand with you. Are you guys listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? If we're wrong on anything, show us and we will change our stance. That's it. That's all I want to say. And I want to have a good time tonight. I'm going to continue to throw popcorn at these fucking idiots because that's all they're worth.
Instead, they run and hide, and we're going to show how they run and hide. We're going to show each one of the positions. It's going to be really, really, really obvious that each one of these characters are shills, for real shills.
I mean, why are they picking on me, bro? Why do they got to make fun of me? You know, it's like I have been made fun of enough in my life, bro. I thought we were here for truth now. These guys are going to come on. They're going to call me a faggot. What, because I have long hair? That means I'm gay? Come on, bro. You know, these people, and all they want to do is slander us. They want to mock us, make fun of us. You know, it's like, I don't know, flies on shit. That's what these guys are. I don't know. I don't even really want to subject the audience to it, but you said that we need to answer the detractors. We need to speak up and show how these... Obviously, the only thing that these demonically possessed shills can do is just make up a bunch of shit and say this is what they're saying. Because they can't play our words. When they do, they clip them, cut them, and distort the stuff. So we're going to go through their words. I'll just shut up.
We're going to go through... So Jake and QNFee got together, and they're talking about map wars, right? So they're just coming from the position that they've debunked everything. They debunked the globe. They've debunked the Freemason New World Order AE map and model. They've debunked the stereographic virtual reality. They've debunked concave Earth or crater Earth, or so they're just throwing this other crazy shit out there and trying to lump in the stereographic virtual reality with it, which so they absolutely straw man. They misrepresent. And so we're going to take a look at the section that they did covering us. It's small. It's so shilly. The people that are in the chat, everything about it, it stinks to high heaven. And so then that's not going to take us forever. And then we're going to go through some Shawn Hawkins, where he covered one of our recent live stream. And believe it or not, everybody, the globe Earth tards are now doing damage control for the fake flat Earth, and that's what Shawn was brought in to do. And we're gonna make him look really, really stupid tonight.
I can't believe how glitchy everything is. It's crazy. So like, I don't know if it's just the electrical energy. I don't know what it is, but everything's just flashing every time we do any content. Whenever we're doing mixes and videos and editing, like my stuff is just constantly just like flashing everywhere. I don't know what. I'm sorry for you guys on the other side of the screen. We absolutely always want to try to do clean content, but unfortunately, like, I don't know, we have to fight the New World Order in crazy ways. I don't want to give it too much more attention. So yes, you've pretty much set it up. We're going to go through Shawn Hawkins, and we're going to talk about QNFEE and Jake the Asshole, right? Because he dropped the flat Earth part, but now apparently he's a flat Earth expert. And he's going to show how we're wrong. We don't even understand our retarded, stupid map. He's going to show us how we're wrong. So I hope you guys are ready. Do you have your popcorn? I would say eat ice cream, but again, it's probably not real ice cream, so it's bad for you. But have something good tonight. This is about laughing, bro. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to throw any more popcorn because I do have to clean it up. You know what I mean? But I mean, that was for you, Jake, and all you guys. Shawn Hawkins. One more for each of you. QNFE. Oh, boom. That was 2 in a row. Boom, 3. I hit all 3 shots. There you go, boys. Thank you for coming out. You were barely worth this $2 bag of popcorn that I would gladly throw at you. If I had tomatoes, I would be whipping those things at the screen too tonight, because that's what you guys are worth. Rotten tomatoes. That's all we're going to be going through tonight. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Are we
Take the screen share, bro. Let's do this. Let's go. I got to turn the air conditioning on because it's like 98 in my room here. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen is what they say, right? It is what they say. So let me check and make sure we got Jason screen sharing here before we move any further. Let's see. I'm going to turn my camera off. Your camera's off. I got to get back to doing this. Let's see if this works. It works, but you have the chat still on the screen. It's not the same way that it was before.
Yeah, this should not have moved, but I guess we did have our cameras on before. All right, so let me know when I'm presented. You can't hear? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ronnie?
Are you talking? I'll have to.
Yeah.
I'll have to fix it on the fly. You don't want the chat, but you want Jake's on there. Okay.
What? Yeah, I told you the ones that I have the chat up, I have it up because I want to be able to point out who's in the chat and what they're saying. And then some of the other proof videos will be full size.
Okay, so you're going to toggle back and forth. So there was nothing wrong.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is important stuff up here. So this was published July 2nd, the Flat Earth Map Wars featuring QNFee. I just want to remind everybody, we've got a history that goes all the way back with QNFee. All the way back. So one of my very first live streams was with QNFee as a flat earth photographer. So he had the P900, I had the P900, and we were recording things in the sky. And yeah, so when when I came out with Clouds Behind the Sun, Ronnie had already talked about it. Q showed up and all of a sudden he sort of like trolled himself into a position of communicating with us. And he acted like he was supportive. He was an anti-AE map modeler, but there's a whole bunch of positions that he wouldn't go to. So we were showing everybody how the sun is local, how you can see clouds behind the sun. And he kept on saying 2 suns, multiple suns, sun speed, multiple suns. So he just always stayed in nonsense land. And then we were really separated by Christianity. So Q hates Christians, and he treats them like shit. And so we're Christians. So there became a big rift and a division, and we've separated from Q. And you'll see that I used one of his supposed debunks in the new stereographic virtual reality explained video, but I didn't give him any credit. I've been trying to just ignore this guy, but here he is with Jake now, and they're going to debunk our map, right?
So I can give a little backstory. So I was the first one to come out with the Clouds Behind the Sun footage. I don't know if I was the very first, but I was the first one of our crew. Then Q came in, and I met him through that. He had put out some videos too, right? And then him and Jason met, and they started to do, you guys had what was called the Flat Earth podcast, right?
Flat Earth photography.
Photography podcast. Thank you, sorry. You, him, and me, Cal. And me and Q were actually buddies. We worked together making videos and talking and stuff. He gave me some tech advice, right? So, I mean, we go way back to like 2015, 2016, and I got nothing against these guys. Nothing, but they come out here and you're going to see the stuff that they say, right? Their words are going to speak for themselves, not me. I got nothing against any of these people. I'm here for the truth.
Yeah, totally. No, and we wouldn't have these divisions if they wouldn't take some of the crazy stances that they do. So I just want to point out before we get into this, I've got a comment up in the studio that, so this is from Jake the Asshole. He was Flat Earth Asshole back then, because this is 4 years ago. All right, this is on the video part 2, Sunrise and Set Angles, Destroy Flat Earth, AE Model Jeranism Exposed. And so here's Jake 4 years ago, everybody. I agree the AE map is bunk, and I just said so on my Facebook page a few days ago. Jaren immediately showed up and defended the map and made false statements about me. Needless to say, we exchanged words, and I'm done with him. Would you mind if I used a few clips from this video so I can dismantle the AE map on my channel? All right, so understand that he learned how the AE map model doesn't work from us. From us. All right, we're the ones that taught him. He had to ask if he could use some of the information that we were sharing. And so the same is true with Q2. He learned that the AE map model doesn't work from us. So for them to come in and try to overstand us like they know something about maps and what works and what doesn't work is ridiculous.
Throw some fucking fake land masses outside the AE map, and you got yourself a new fantasy map.
Yes.
And then come up with a cool story.
Yes,
and,
yes, because aliens come from there.
You can get more followers than me, more followers than Q, you get 100.
So this is the beat up on David Weiss map, and it's so ludicrous that the thing that David Weiss is sharing, if you look at the actual arrows, they have the sun traveling the wrong direction, right? It's going the wrong direction and then going the wrong direction. So it's crazy, but then they're going to get to us now.
100,000 followers, just come up with a new fantasy bullshit map and a story, and there's a whole cult ready to start following it. They don't even attempt to do any research or debunk.
Come on, keep playing.
These flat earthers who claim that they know so much about debunking the globe, they'll go, ooh, look at this. This is where I live.
we
Got
see
fast.
we see that in all the truth scene. It doesn't matter if you take the flat earth or other truth scene things. All the people in the comment sections are just idiots. They eat up everything.
All right, so gotta apologize for
That's
Q's
just
voice.
sick.
I know it triggers a lot of people.
And it doesn't stop there. So let's go ahead and give a little attention to two guys who always get on my nerves. They've talked a lot of shit about me. So Ronnie and Jason with their
Whoa.
map, we'll go ahead and give them just a little bit of attention because they called me a satanic shill, and they said that I'm friends with Jaron and Dave, and that I run a pedo ring with Jaron and Dave. That's what they told their audience.
Let's go and talk about this, brother. What did you tell our audience?
This is important. This is important. There's a character that Jake the asshole is leaving out. Okay? There's a character that he's not maiming. I want you to try to think if you can remember the name, brother.
Oh, I remember.
There's a character, he's talking about us calling him that now. He said you were yoked up with a guy who was going by the name of Pizza T.
Ooh.
This is his best friend. This is his best friend. Tiny hat wearing guy that is also yoked up with Math Power Land and all the content. We covered all this last fall. Okay, here you go. Here's his boy Pizza T. We covered all this and warned people, keep your families, don't go anywhere near this guy's channel. Okay,
and
we covered it.
Who is Pizza T? According to Pizza T himself, he says he's the top of the pyramid when it comes to the pedometers. All right, those people, the ones that keep track of how many steps they walk, pedometers. All right, he says he's at the top of that pyramid. All right, so the fact that Jake and Pizza T, I mean, they live together. They've done live streams where they're sitting on the same bed together, and we've covered the Pizza T content, and it's bad. It's gross. It's like adult rated and just off the hook weird, super weird. And so that's the reason why we called them out. And then there's so many lies that are interwoven. He's going to come to the point where he's going to accuse us of setting up some Craigslist ad where we know what transpired. We never had your phone number, Jake. All right, you had given your phone number to Jaron. All right, and there was all these hangouts where
the two of them streamed, sharing each other's text messages.
Yes. So crazy. No.
They say a ton of things about me also, man. I can't take it serious.
They made up an entire story of shit about me, and then they opened up Craigslist ads with my name saying I had a PlayStation 5 for cheap and a new BMW for cheap, so that I got a bunch of harassment calls from strangers.
He's accusing us of doing this. We have I know he lives in California, but I don't know which city. I don't have your phone number. How could I set up a Craigslist ad? You were blaming Jaron for this whole fiasco, not us. How did you flip it now? It doesn't even make sense. How could we do that?
And so I knew it was them, and when I called them out for it, suddenly the calls stopped. The Craigslist ads disappeared. So these shitbags, we'll go ahead and...
He had nothing. Hang on, pause. I think I'm making... The fan is really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. We don't have time to make stupid Craigslist ads about you, bro. I got to address that. This is just nonsense claims. I don't care about you and your Craigslist, bro. I don't have your phone number. I never wanted it. Jason and I have never communicated with you outside of YouTube comments. Ever. So this whole thing is just ridiculous for you to claim that we've done this. Why would we don't care about you, bro? We don't care what you do when you turn your YouTube. The only time is when you open your mouth.
If I was going to troll him, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like
saying
that.
I had a PlayStation for sale. It would be way more hardcore than that.
I mean, come on, it's so ridiculous. We're only covering this because you opened your mouth talking about us, bro. We don't want to waste our time on you. Get that right? We don't want to spend times clicking on stupid Craigslist ads about you. Who cares, Jake? So let's continue. That was just nonsense.
Everyone know about their TARD map, so we'll go ahead and share their TARD map. And
Our TARD map.
Yeah, so he doesn't show the tar map. He brings up this unlisted video, Flat Earth Retards circumnavigate Antarctica with God Give EMSTE. It's a 350-minute video. So he's screen sharing something he wasn't planning on screen sharing right now, called Flat Earth Retards circumnavigate Antarctica.
Oh, that's the
Asteroid map.
Yeah, asteroid. That's the right one.
I mean, what?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm going to show that clip right now. I have it all set up.
Those are imbeciles. Asteroid.
Navigation gone wrong. Here it is.
They also changed the name of Yabahashai.
So now they're trying to make the whole map war about the name of the creator. All right, so we have made adjustments, corrections, where we've super fine-tuned it with the help of the audience. All right, so that's one of the ways that we've been able to show people that we're correctable. When we find something that can be corrected, we correct it. And so it's interesting that somehow this is a strike against us for the fact that we've made corrections looking in for the true name of the creator and the Christ. All right.
Yabahashai 2 times. And you need
Is
the
that funny?
correct time to use
So-
all this data.
He's playing this
Or you
video
think that
here.
they did it with
This
an
data is
hourglass?
absolute nonsense. Doesn't mean anything to anyone.
So this guy putting every hour, this hourglass upside down,
This has nothing
Fall
to do with
asleep.
us.
and he's 1 hour late, and he don't tell the captain.
Is that funny?
This is not the Chinese, but the guy using that apparatus, and he's
So they have one of our old maps in the background here and have a guy using a sextant. Now we've been explaining to people how you measure things in this realm, and that is you set an azimuth, all right, and an altitude. So this up angle here is your altitude, the azimuth turning on the horizon. You can spot anything and plot it out with those two measurements. Has nothing to do with our map here yet.
checking the angle between the horizon. Liars.
Liars.
Call it asteroids. Call the map that we promote asteroid.
And the reason why we do this is because the COINTEL shills, the CIA, all the FBI, all the shills call it Pac-Man. Right, so if you hear somebody refer to the stereographic map as Pac-Man, you are listening to a COINTEL shill. The reason why we say asteroids is because there's not a physical sun up in the sky that's going through a portal and coming out the other side. This is one of the first things that we're absolutely,
So
we're
hold
in a
on.
virtual reality. The sun goes around the observer, right?
So hang on. I just want to slow this down. Oh, what? My main thing just stopped working? They just tried to stop everything. I just want to slow this down for a minute, okay? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not only throwing tomatoes and popcorn at the screen, but we're putting forth this dissertation section that these channels here that we're showing you are mockers of what is truth. So they've taken a video of mine and they've put it on a screen and they're trying to make fun of me and call me a retard and put a hockey helmet on me because they know I play hockey with a siren on my head. Because I'm speaking truth. This is the only thing that these guys have as evidence. Now, I'm going to leave this up to you guys on the other side of the screen to understand why is it that they're wasting their time making content, making fun of us if they say that everything we do is retarded and stupid. Right? We only did this podcast because they've done this. We're not going to just sit back. We had the time to do it. Jason wanted to come out here and do it, so here we are. But I leave the question I leave for you guys. We're clearly showing you that they're just mocking us. Right? They're just truth mockers. They're fake flat earthers that just want to mock the truth. That's what this whole entire thing has been with this team.
Shut up.
The map is almost all water, so the only way you're going to cross those parts of the boundary is by ship or airplane.
Well, how does the edges work?
Yeah, tell us how the edges work.
Actually, everything.
So the crazy thing is that's what the video does that he was just playing from. The video that he was just playing from absolutely explains how the edges works. It shows how it works. It demonstrates how it works, and it makes it verifiable as far as flight times and all that kind of stuff is concerned. Now what's happened here is you have one of our old maps, super old. See how it has the dark blue corners up here? So this is one of the first iterations that we had of the map, and we didn't have any maps that would fill in this area, and then over time we found it and filled it in. So he's using the old map, and now what's he got? He's got a compass on here, and it looks like it's too small to see really, but this looks like it's probably north, and he's got it pointed towards the North Pole here. And now he's got the compass pointed over to here, and he's taking this angle like this. So this is retarded. This is a straw man, and we're gonna show that. So the lines of longitude, these ones that all funnel into the North Pole right here, right? Each one of these represent north. So if you took this compass and you wanted to go north, you would have to keep the N following this line the entire time. That's north. All right, this over here is not northeast.
I mean, how many times we've explained that to people. So what they're doing here, I want to explain to people, this is a shill technique called mocking the victim. So what they do is they take unused clips or misrepresented parts of the things that we share, like this map. This is an old one. Jason was showing the progression to getting towards the map we have now. They've taken the clips, now they've distorted it, put something that's just completely illogical on top of it, and then they just want to mock me and Jason and call us names while they're misrepresenting what we're showing. It's called mocking the victim.
Nope. Let's keep going here.
Points to the fact that this has to be the only working map and model.
So he's got this up here while I'm speaking, and this is a complete misrepresentation. It makes him look stupid for even drawing these lines the way he did.
So it's not hard to prove.
Yes, if you go south, if you go north.
All right. Did we put this airplane on here?
No. We didn't add that. This is them.
This is Q. So here's you can see the old map, and he's got a plane flying from the bottom to the top, and Jake and Q are going to act like this is flying from the south to the north. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid, because from the south to the north, you would start from either one of these dots and you would follow one of these lines up like this, and then you would get to the north, and that would be the end of your trip. Then you would have to go south again, right? Because then this way becomes south, this way becomes south, all directions become south from this point right here. So if you're going to try to act like this plane flying through the bottom of the screen to the top is going from south to north, I know that you are not that stupid, but the fact that you think that there are other people out there that are stupid enough to believe you is what scares me. So it's a level of desperation that's gross. This plane flying like this, watch how they're going to try to, this is going to be the debunk.
Northeast, southwest, if you go 360 degrees in that direction, you'll come back to that same spot if you keep it heading straight. Right? You can go north and come out to the south side. You can go east.
All right. So go north. Once you get to this point right here, you're going south now. Right? It should be obvious. If this is the north and you keep going, you're going south. Now, if you're coming up from the bottom, you're going north. If you're going down, you're going south. It's pretty simple to figure out. If this is the South Pole down here, if you follow any of these lines this direction, you're going north. If you're up here and you're heading down this direction, you're going south. Now, the reason why we say it's asteroids is because you can go across any corner, any boundary of the map. Now, if you go across the international date line, you're going to have to change your clock by a day, but that wouldn't stop you from traveling from this direction up here and coming out down here. Now, there's one thing I want to point out, that if you were to veer off of the green line, this prime meridian line right here, if you were to veer off one direction or way or the other, you would end up circling into Antarctica, right? So the only way to split, to travel south and not hit Antarctica, would be to travel the prime meridian. So Mark Sargent said that there's no shortcuts on flat Earth, but it looks like he was lying, that he knew. So let's keep going.
And come out on the west side. Jason explained how the borders of the boundaries are connected. There is nothing else outside of them, right?
Done like this. You would go from here to here. Does everybody see that?
That's not what you were just told.
Right? You can go.
No.
You can go.
Q is the one that put the airplane going like this. No, it's not what you just said. What Ronnie was referring to was the ability to travel across the border in all four directions.
Yes. I want to clarify. Whatever your compass heading is, you will come out on the corresponding heading reciprocal perfectly. So if you're going due south, you're going to come out due south. We've explained this so many times. Again, this is what's called a red herring. They create an argument that's not ours, and then they try to say that we're retarded because they don't understand our argument. Right? They make something up that's retarded. Jason is even drawing the lines on the map in the video coming up, showing people, if you go this angle here, you're going to come back directly like this angle, perfectly showing them on the screen. I don't understand how they missed that.
Well, we'll go through
north and come out to the south side.
This is what you come up with a couple of months ago.
There it is right there. There it is. That's it right there on the screen.
This was a response to Q. Q was acting like he had somehow debunked, and that's coming up. But you can clearly see that here's 45 degrees north latitude, here's 60. Here's 45 north latitude, here's 60. So if you're going to head from here to here, you're going to be staying between 45 and 60, between 45 and 60. So that's the reason why I drew the angle that direction. Right?
Maybe they think there's more land or something outside of these borders. That's the thing. People they want to have fantastical ideas, right? That's the thing. They're not actually listening to the video. No, they must be. They must be to be paying attention and trying to come up with their only created argument, the red herring, where they present an argument that they've created. It's not our argument. And then they say it's retarded. That's because you guys misrepresented the map. It's a coordinate map, coordinate system. It's not done the same way that they try to misrepresent it. You know, I just don't understand why people can't just take the time, watch Jason's video. YD just put it into the chat for anybody that's watching in the future. Click on the video. You might have to watch it 20 times. Jason, how many times did you watch it? 1,000 when you were creating it? Over and over and over again. We're still learning too, guys. We're not out here trying to say we know everything. We're the smartest guys ever. We're just showing you what we found. And if you guys want to help us out, start properly looking into it with us, we'll get further along as a team than you guys misrepresenting it like this.
All right. So there was a comment in the chat I wanted to point out. So Yahawakaka, profits for profit with a $sign. So that's the funny thing. Everything that we do is for free. We're not monetized. We don't try to capitalize anyway. There's nothing to sign up for, nothing, no oath to take.
No t-shirts, no t-shirts.
And it's free. So we're going to be, Jake he sells the merch. We've got Shawn Hawkins. He takes PayPal and he sells the merch. I don't know if QNFee is taking PayPal and the merch, but we are some of like the only ones that don't do this for profit. So lies, 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 just pure lies.
On top of that, we don't even just do truth podcast content. We try to bring new music. We're doing constantly bringing out new mixes. If you guys didn't know, over on the Limitless channel, which is, you know, on death row, double striked, there's a new mix. I did a house mix today. Check that out, you guys. If you want to get moving, get yourself up in your living room and dance around the room. I'm going to try to come up with music to get everybody up out of their seat, dancing, feeling good. We don't want people to go to the clubs and get wrecked. We want you to move. That's the thing here. Not only are we not monetized, but we are not going to stop trying to come up with content to make people have a better day, to have a good day, to have a good life. We don't just want to come out here and share this truth content. This is obviously a passion project for me and Jason to discover the reality that we're in. It challenges us in the scriptures. It challenges us. It says, search these things out. I challenge you. So Jason and I took the challenge, accepted, boom, we came up with it. We aren't the ones who said this is the most accurate map. The creators of the map are the ones that said it. We just told everybody what the map said. They said the least amount of distortions when talking about land masses. They relegated them all through a coordinate system, right? This is the most accurate. As soon as
you understand how the coordinate system works, you understand that as long as all these places, right? So I know Austin, Texas is right at 30 degrees north latitude. Well, if you were to zoom in on this, is Austin at 30 degrees north latitude? Why, yes, it is. In fact, every one of the locations on here, look at where Chicago is. It just sits exactly where coordinates said it's supposed to sit. So that's the reason why when you see these larger areas up here,
yeah, those areas exist.
These larger areas are not larger. All right. As soon as you understand that this is a coordinate system, you understand that the distance between any one of these lines, it's 15 degrees. And so it's 60 nautical miles per arc minute. And so that the distance between its latitude and longitude, right, determines its distance. So if you see more land here, it doesn't mean that there is more land. It actually means that you're just seeing this area in higher resolution because the distance between these lines is fixed by the coordinate system.
That's right. But what people don't understand also is that these areas do exist, right? And you can go there with this map and a compass and you can still navigate, right? Mm-hmm. They did it like that so you could see the shapes of the land masses. They didn't have to do it like that. And the most important part of this whole thing is that this works as both a two-dimensional flat plane and a sphere. You can project this and you get a sphere Earth that lines up. And those curved lines that are the equator become perfect croquet balls around the sphere Earth. But we argue that this reality is without a doubt provably flat. Water alone, the fact that it's mostly a water realm, we live on the island parts of the map, proves that it's flat because water itself is what we use to level things out. So, when the debate came down to it, John LeBon challenged me and Jason in an ipso de facto way. If you can come up with something that's as good and accurate without curvature, John LeBon said that he would be a flat earther. Well, when we discovered that you can project it as a sphere or a flat plane with this stereographic projection, John LeBon quit. He quit the flat earth, ball earth debate. He's gone. He's out. He quit. Because he didn't want to eat crow and come out and admit to everybody that this is the right way. Because if it works as both, this was our argument from day one. If it works as both, and I can prove to you that the horizon is always flat and that water is always levels out when it's at rest, that we live on a water realm, you cannot argue that this does not comport more with reality than looking at a sphere. That's the argument here.
Especially when you can't measure rotation, because that would be necessary.
Never. There's never been any proven measurement of the Earth moving, except for stupid globebusters. We're going to get into that later. But again, I leave the question up to the audience. Put aside all this nonsense. I'm telling you, if we have a map that works both as a sphere or a flat plane, and I can show you that the horizon's flat and that water is always level, you have to comport to the model that actually matches reality. And that's why we won the debate. And we continue to stand out here unstopped, unchallenged. And you're going to see the detractors. Already the first two that showed up, QNFEE and Jake, the flat earth asshole, get their names out there. Here's your time, bro. Enjoy it while you're on the screen. I know you narcissists love this crap. Enjoy it. But I leave it up to you guys to understand is the earth is flat, and I can show you the map that the ball earthers have to use. If you ask a person who believes they live on a sphere, they have to show you this map. The smartest guy on their team said, yes, that's true. Flat Earth Charles, you can go ahead and check his channel out. He admitted it. Now I'm going to stop my rant now.
Let's keep going.
When I debunked your tiny map, and now you're telling all other things.
Right? You can go north and come out to the south side. Can you do that again now that the full map is in view?
All right. So once again, the way you take this trip, you would be going somewhere down the middle like this. Now,
West.
As soon as you get to the edge of the map right here, that's the end of the trip right here. And you begin on this side, coming in like this.
Your tiny compass.
No, that's
your
not my
tiny
compass.
map.
Jason didn't put that compass on the map.
No, this is something that he made up. And he's got nothing lined up correctly. He's got this pointed like this is north. And that's foolish, because a child would understand that the compass, the end has to follow these curved lines. So you can't cut it off like this. North is traveling up like this. West is traveling back this direction. Now, when you look at the map of these two places, you understand that you're traveling east-west. This isn't, you're not going across the North Pole to go from the islands at the end of Alaska here over to Irkutsk. All right, it's not a north-south trip. You would have to be dumb to think that.
Oh boy. So many things wrong with this tard map. I love this video because
I mean, they didn't explain anything wrong. They misrepresented it. QNFee has the compass not even anywhere aligned to northeast, south, and west. Right? You guys added the planes and made them fly the directions that you did, not following the paths of the lines of latitude and longitude that are right on the screen. You can't miss them. They're right there. The lines are everywhere. And now Jake comes on with this tard comment. That's all they can say, huh? That's it. Let me get some popcorn. Hold on one second.
it shows how Ronnie and Jason don't even know how to explain their own tard map. So Ronnie and Jason are a couple of pole smoking homos who called me a satanic.
Wow. Okay. Hey, I'm a homo. Does he have any evidence of that? Like, really? Is that
He's the
really?
guy that was sitting next to Pizza T, the top of the pyramid, and the pedometer.
In a bed. What? I just don't understand. So if they want to talk about our map, why are they calling me a pole smoking homo? That's disgusting. I've already come out on the record, said I've never done any shit like that, bro. That's gross. I mean, who does this guy think he is? Why? Hey, man, that's a personal insult in me, bro. Come on, Jake. That is. Talk about the truth, bro, and our map. Don't make up this nonsense calling me a fag. Why would you even resort to that? And again, it's just another proof of all these guys are. It's just internet tough guys. I ask you, the listener on the other side of the screen, if Jason and I weren't speaking truth, trying to make a difference out here, why are these guys calling us all these names, making me look like a retard on their video game, calling me all these, what's going on here, people on the other side of the screen? You answer me. I don't know. I don't even want to deal with these people. Why are they doing this to us, though? What's the point?
Because they're shills. The outro song is going to be a clip from intro that we did on Jake before, and it's going to cover the reason why we talk about him having pervert problems, because he's done the things that actually deserve being labeled, a person that has the pervert problems. And
you're saying they're projecting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave that to the audience. You be the judge, people on the other side of the screen. I'm just asking because I don't understand why they needed to do this kind of content about me. What did I do to these guys, I just try to make good content, bro.
I think he's calling me a pole smoker, too.
Yeah, he's calling you that, too.
Yeah.
So they said that I'm friends with Dave Weiss and Jaron. And then guess what?
You screen shared having messages on your cell phone with Jaron, bro. You live in the same county as him, or did. What are you talking about? You're not friends with him.
Over there, like
does he think we
half an hour away?
He was at conventions. He was in Denver. He met with Bob. We have all the footage about this guy, and then he goes on to state like he wasn't working with them. Bro, he was with them on their team the entire time. 4 years ago, sure, he started sort of calling them out softly, right? As you see, Jason,
with our information,
with our content. I mean, come on, this guy, bro. Like, where's my popcorn? I wish I could throw tomatoes at the screen right now. He's out here with this stupid clown hat on. I ask you, the audience, the viewer, why does this guy up here with this stupid magician's hat, whatever you think this is, Alice in Wonderland nonsense, what does this serve his purpose? To mock me and Jason? What is he getting out of this, bro?
He's a shill. So was QNFee. So Shawn Hawkins literally calls himself Shill. His t-shirt that you can buy is Shill Hawkins. Come on, they don't really hide it. You have to be sort of dense to not see it.
They went on Dave Weiss and Jaron's Baby Truther show and showed this.
Are you kidding me? Hold on.
We did.
Let me turn the fan off. Hold on, I got to lean in on this one. This is something personal, okay? I was in the Flat Earth movement, one of the first waivers. I'm not out here trying to toot my own horn, okay? But I worked hard to share the truth and fought to promote Jaron too, Bob, everybody. The only person that had me on was Patricia Steer, because Matrix Decode, a friend of mine, who I still consider a friend actually, bitched at her, got me on. Bob and the Glowbusters guys ignored me. They got so much pleasure out of it because I would say in the chat, I don't like to be around. If someone doesn't want me in, I've been kicked out. I don't care. If I don't beg, right? They never invited me on. Never. And it's fine. I got Jason on. I threw it out there. Hey, you guys should have Jason on. He'll do a simulation. It was great what you did. So when Jaron invited me on, I felt honored. I felt honored to go on a Shills channel and share our content. I was happy, Jake. I was like, wow. I felt like I had hit the lottery. It was one of the most interesting things I've ever been experienced doing. I enjoyed the whole thing. I even had a little respect for Jaron after that. A little more. But then he went and screwed it over and put me in stupid Telegram jail the next week and kicked me out of his group, saying I was trying to view whore again. So I just want to dial this back in again. I just want people to understand, man, we're out here for the truth. These guys here, all they're doing, what are they even doing this for? I don't understand.
The t-shirts and the PayPals.
Is it because we're like, do we have this huge following? How many people are in the chat right now? Not only that, but we'll ban you if you come in around here talking nonsense and lies. We don't want any followers. We want the truth here, right? But again, I'm going to leave this up to the audience on the other side of the screen. And so, yes, Jake, we went on the Glowbuster. No, it was the Baby Truther show, which is absolutely disgusting that I went on something called that too, on top of all this nonsense that we're talking about. I was honored to go on and share. I couldn't believe that Jaron would actually give us the time of day to show our content to his audience. I couldn't believe it. So we went on, Jake, and we shared it, and I thought it was professional. I enjoyed it. We got that clip of David Weiss. I came out with the prize, bro. You know how many people? You guys are sharing that clip, bitch. You guys are sharing that clip. Not thanking Ronnie Shine for going in against Team Satan and saying, hey, Dave, by the way, where's that old podcast where you and PK got knighted? Everybody wants to go around and share the video, but nobody wants to come over and give me... No, you want to come on and run your mouth, Jake. Thanks a lot, bro.
All right, so I think we're missing the chat from the screen share. So
I can put it back up.
Yeah, there's just
sorry about getting a little bit animated, but this guy,
so many,
I feel personally attacked by these guys. Like, what did I do to them? I didn't do anything to any of these guys. I just want to come out here and have a good time and share the truth. That's it. And these guys got to come out and call me a fag, call me a pole smoker, say that I'm retarded. Why? I don't say any of that shit about you, bro. I'm getting real with everybody on the other side of the screen. You're not just going to show up for me to lie to you guys and pretend to be some character. No, I'm passionate. I care about the truth, man. Why do these people have to do this to us? What's the point? I got enough people making fun of me in high school and public school, preschool. You know what I mean? Why does this still have to happen, man? I'm not here for hate.
No, well, let's keep going. Chi Lin is a moderator over here. That was brought up by Battery 79 in the chat. This is a disgusting agent that literally all the content Chi-Lin does is to try to psyop the material that we cover. And so there's a whole bunch of connections. I think we miss seeing PJ CNET. We're going to have to make sure that everybody sees that, he's a moderator over here. He's usually the first person to give Jake a super chat. And
it's crazy.
So then when we get through to the Shawn Hawkins stuff, we're going to hear more about PJ CNET.
Because, if we're going to talk about PJ, he shows up to all my stuff. He's a constant person in the chat letting me know that, let's say the sound is good or the sound is off. I actually respect the guy. I don't see him saying too much crazy stuff, but here we have this rift. Again, I want to be about a team, togetherness. But if somebody like PJ CNET can come onto this podcast and listen to these guys call me names, rake me through the mud, make fun of me, put me on the screen and mock me, and you can go and say that this was a good podcast, to me, I don't understand what's going on, PJ. Where's your heart at, bro? I wouldn't do that. That's two-faced. It's two-faced.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I saw.
So they said that I run a pedo ring with Jaron and Dave, but then they went and hung out with Darren.
With Pizza T.
Pizza T. Pizza T.
He doesn't want to bring that name up.
Yeah,
huh?
and you know what?
I'm going to calm down, everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you know what is best? Nobody in this from Jaronism side.
Oh, I don't think it's showing
pointed out the tiny problems on their map.
So basically what's hilarious is Ronnie claims that if you go north, you're going to pop out in the south. So if you go north, you're going to pop out in the south.
He claims that you can go all four directions on this map. And that's the reason why we say asteroids and not Pac-Man. Pac-Man would be a tunnel. That the sun would be a physical object traveling up in the air. It would be going through a portal on one side, coming through, and you would have a physical sun traveling above the earth. This is what we are so adamantly against. What we're talking about is the ability to travel, navigate across the borders of this, and that it can be done in all directions.
Okay, and I can take it up another level too. So I spoke about this morning on the Rise and Grind podcast on the RJ Shine channel, is that basically what we have is we have a virtual reality that we live in. And when we interact with the luminaries, like rainbows, stars, the sun, the moon, everything we see in the sky, we have what was that app called that all the kids ran around looking through their phones and stuff would appear? Pokemon. Is that what it was? Are you sure?
Yeah. Pokemon Go?
So, Pokemon Go. So that is exactly how the luminaries work. And they're at a fixed distance from us. So you can't get to the end of a rainbow because the rainbow moves. It's stuck at a distance away from you. So too, is the sun and the moon, right? We're in a virtual reality. The sun and the moon aren't physical things that you can go fly to and land on. That's not how it works here. We've been trying to explain this to people and they just don't get it. And I'm literally showing you evidence, the fact alone that almost everybody in the realm knows that you'll never get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You all understand exactly what I'm saying. Okay, it's not rocket science, because rocket science is mostly nonsense. This is just plain out looking outside at what we see.
All right.
Is what he says. But then Jason claims that if you go north along the Aleutian Islands of Alaska here, you're going to pop
west
from the north and south.
We get the popcorn, bro. I gotta get the popcorn.
You don't go north. It's retarded. Nobody would go north.
North is to the center, Jake. Come on, wake up. How are these guys not catching that? Show them where the North Pole is, bro.
Right. This is a magic trick.
Point to the North Pole. Show them where the North Pole is. Everybody look. Jason, slowly move to the North Pole. There's the North Pole. Okay, where's the South Pole, Jason? This is simple, everybody.
Here, half of it, and then there's one over here.
That's the other half. So there's two poles. There's a North and a South Pole in this projection on a flat plane, too. Get that? Yes. Everything is supernatural, though. We have a different version of reality, and it all works. If you were Jake is acting like north is to the left, so he's using some AE map straw man argument.
No, north is up. That's the reason why they had the airplane flying from the bottom to the top. It was going from the south to the north. The airplane, that's retarded. That's dumb. As soon as you go past this point right here, which direction are you going now, Jake? Can you figure it out?
South.
That have a reason. I will explain. So a while before this video, I debunked their map, and then they come up with
with what debunk? Show us,
from
Q.
north to south, but
Where's the
from
debunk?
east to west.
It's not from
from
north
west
to
to
south.
east, and those are two pointy things on the earth.
The chat's not moving. Why is the
Pointy
chat not
things.
moving, bro?
Those so he
All I can
those,
see is yellow.
lines. And then
Because it was during our section. Everybody shut up.
Nobody's saying anything, and it's flashing a bit. I'm trying to get this. Can you go back a bit? Because I talked over Q, and I don't want them to say, "Oh, this is the debunk." That's why they were talking. Oh, can I hear that again, please?
Sure.
but from east to west,
His voice is so annoying.
I debunked their map, and then they come up with this flight route. You know, not from north to south.
Okay, so he is cognizant. Pause. Pause.
From west to east, and
Pause. So he is cognizant that he understood that you debunked his so-called debunk. I just want to point that out. QNFEE is pointing out that Jason explained it the correct way, so he knows that.
Yeah, it's coming up. It actually gets shown. It gets shown.
those are two pointy things on the
Pointy
earth.
things.
I don't know how this called. Those so he make those lines.
Wow.
I
And then
know,
a
but
couple-
they contradict themselves, and here's the problem.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't go Q. If I go north up at
That's not north. So Jake just pointed. I know it's hard for you to see, but he took his cursor and he pointed this direction like this is north. That's stupid. That's what this line is supposed to be, and it still doesn't even follow the correct line. So,
But he's calling us stupid at the same time.
he's saying, "Oh, if you go north, that's due west."
Due west, bro.
top, that means the plane somehow magically turns around.
What?
Back down.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
So here's the thing. In the virtual reality, the plane flying at this compass heading, going off this edge right here, would be coming into the realm, going this direction
True.
here. So that's part of the asteroids thing.
Yeah, anyone that's ever played Asteroids, again, is the evidence here. They made a video game where this is how it works. The boundaries were made. They showed how simple it was, and that was in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You understand? So that means it doesn't just Pac-Man like into the bottom.
Oh, they get it. They get that there's no Pac-Man. Wow.
Yeah. No Pac-Man.
That's good.
From
Good
the same
good boy.
direction, like you would on old classic video games or Pac-Man or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
So
Pac-Man.
this one says you go north. Like
That's
this,
not
and then
north.
That's not.
somehow the plane turns around and pops back out from the north, but heading south.
Oh, no, not south. That's north. That's headed north, dumbass.
He thinks that
Because
this one right here is headed south.
That one's south. The other one's north.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
guys, this is
It's
hilarious.
literally the way they're trying to play this.
Oh boy,
Literally.
clouds,
they have you
bro.
going into the east and then popping back out or
The east.
in the west.
Now we're going to the east. That's west, bro. He's backwards. He's completely.
Basically, they have east.
Yeah. Well, so
Because QNFee people put that stupid compass in the wrong spot. Jake thinks that that's reality. Just made themselves look stupider. Nah, they walked into a dumb trap because their egos got the better of them. They think they know what they're talking about. They're just talking about nothing.
I think they're smart enough to actually think that this disinformation is going to work.
I don't think so, bro. I think they're trying to mock the victim. That's all they're trying to do. And that's the only move they have.
East over here, like you would on a Mercator, and west over here, like you would on a Mercator. But then they have the north right here,
Oh, he's got Mercator in
and
his
then here's
brain.
where it gets hella.
See, this is where he just betrayed. He pointed to this and said they have the north right here.
Oh, go back.
they have the north right
See?
here. And then here's
he pointed.
Oh, he knew that was the north. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So yeah, they're not as stupid as you think. They just think that the people that are listening are stupid enough to believe what they're saying.
They're mocking their audience.
Mm-hmm.
where it gets hella retarded is like, look how these lines start curving around. So now look, if you keep curving around up into Alaska, now it's like you're heading back towards the east again, towards Russia. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
No, I don't see what you're saying, bro.
No, he's pointing to 60 degrees north latitude right here, where it loops around. Here's 75. Look at the loop around the
larger loop
right there, right?
Yeah.
So these guys act like they're too dumb. When it was the fake flat Earth and it was a circular Earth, they just said, "Oh yeah, north is here," and you just hold the compass and you go around like this. All right. So it's not like they can't understand the concept of how this works. Now all of a sudden, oh, this makes no sense. This is stupid. All right. So it's a coordinate system. And yes, everything points to this. And we've talked about how the reason why Polaris and magnetic north don't line up, right, is because if you're in one of these places, magnetic north is not going to be your true polar north. So you need a declination map.
That's right.
And
this does away with declination.
Mm-hmm.
around, now it's like west is going to turn into east going like this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the flight direction is wrong on the north.
So look at how they have Alaska and Russia lined up. It makes it look like I'm going east from Alaska to get to Russia.
Wow.
Yeah.
He understood that. It looks like I'm going east. That's literally what you do. Right. I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, you get what I'm saying? Whereas if on a Mercator map, this is going to be west. And so
on all maps.
But still they have west over here. And so look, it's like these lines start doing weird wonky shit. Like, okay, west is here and up here. And so are you telling me, what about if you go straight to the north? Is that when you pop out from the south?
He figured it out. See? They're not as dumb as we think. Is that when you pop out at the south? Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. If you were to travel the green line, and then you would head to the north, and then you would head south. He figured it out.
What happens when you go south? Like, where do you pop out at when you
in the north?
Then they have two Antarcticas. They have Antarctica split in half, which is extra ridiculous. And so now they have
extra ridiculous.
Everywhere in the realm.
The 1894 oblique Mercator that we started with, it's just ridiculous.
Those guys were ridiculous. Everybody that depicts it, even in the modern textbooks, you're going to see Eastern Antarctica and Western Antarctica, Jake. Everyone does it. It's not us. It's like they think we created this map. Does Jake and QNFE think that we drew this and we made it? That we invented this map? Like, come on, guys.
They followed us every single step of the way. They know exactly what we've done.
Why are they going to play dumb then?
They have a 3 star trail. So you have a southern star trail.
And this is stupid too. The video, stereographic virtual reality explained, put this to bed. This whole 3 star trails. This is what the shills come up with. This is fully debunked.
From Australia looking down, right? And then you have one from Africa looking straight down south. And then you have one from South America pointing over to this half of Antarctica. You see how they're...
Yeah, but in their model, everything is local.
Yeah.
True.
So
hang on.
Oh. Ding, ding, ding. Just hold on a second. This is a special moment.
Special moment. Uh-oh, everybody brace yourselves. It's not coming through. You're muted. Jason's
I wasn't muted. Did that not come through?
I didn't hear it.
No?
No. It's Zoom is silencing.
Zoom is silencing. That's crazy.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. Jason has a cowbell. You gotta bang it harder, man. Just hit the thing.
No, it's maxing out the... You can't hear that?
Nah. Zoom is completely noise canceling your cowbell.
Oh.
We'll get it next time. Don't worry.
have one thing right. So they use local stuff, but they also use a sun that travels over the equator and on the tropics because that's what Enoch say.
No, this is bullshit lies. You can just.
He's talking about Enoch, bro. I gotta turn my fan off. QNFE is talking about Enoch now. I don't understand. Why is all this noise happening?
This asshole just said that we have a sun that travels like above this. And that's what we have fought against this entire time. That
okay, I know what he's talking about.
In the stereographic.
So, because I made a video 4 years ago, and I put a physical sun above the map, traveling along the equator, and I put the Enoch scriptures to it, how it was talking about the gates in the east and the west. But we've now come to learn that Enoch was actually describing our circle of sight. Right? That's it. He wasn't talking about seeing the whole earth like that. He was talking about our
old video that he's straw manning.
Yes, he's straw manning against that video that I made.
I get it.
So they claim Earth is a computer simulation, and that they are the chosen ones who are
the two witnesses.
Oh, we need a pause. So they think that's funny. They want to come out here and laugh. They think that that's a big joke. QNFEE just broke out into laughter, right? I'll tell you guys one thing, okay? What happens if the two witnesses do show up, right? And come to these guys? Like, you can tell someone's heart condition by the way you see them treat their mom, or the way you see the way somebody tips someone at a restaurant. You can tell by the way that anybody says anything, the content that comes out of their mouth. So they think that because Jason had talked about, well, I mean, there are these two characters talked about in the scriptures that fight for truth. We talked about it. We talked about, hey, you know, I would do the job. I would die for mankind. Jason would too. We would do it. We would love to fight for truth. That's what we said. We never came out and said we were ordained by the heavenly order and we've got supernatural powers. All that is shill topics. We were just talking about scriptures. And the two witnesses, you brought it up, Jason. It was you who brought all this to the surface. You wanted to talk about it. You did all this, right? I simply said that I would do the job. I care about people very much. The sheep, too. Not just the ones who are awake. I care about the people that are being lied to by scumbags. And they don't realize it. And that's it. So their argument, right? What happens if the two witnesses do show up? Which is going to happen. The scriptures are a supernatural guidebook. If you actually open them up and read through the pages, you will come quickly to realize that they actually go against everything that the New World Order is doing. It teaches you how to debunk everything, word for word, line for line. So the two witnesses are going to show up, and these two clowns here, they think it's funny. Whether or not Jason and I don't have supernatural. I'm not flying around here. Did you guys see me fly through the sky? No, I'm a truth seeker. So all I bring to everyone's attention, I'm going to state it. Who wants to go around mocking the two characters in the scriptures that apparently fight the New World Order, right? They go around trolling them. So, I mean, if you guys want to call that out and make fun of it, go right ahead, QNFEE and Jake. But I ask you guys to worry if one time all of a sudden these guys do show up and they're like, hey, you know, what are you going to do then?
Well, that's the thing. We know from the scriptures, two witnesses are showing up. That's what we're looking for. Now, we've just seen a whole bunch of things happen and the way things unfold and stuff like that lead us to the conclusion that it could be us, but we don't have the powers yet. And we've said all along, we'll never say that we are until we actually have the powers. If we have the powers, then it's on. So it's just crazy from a strategic perspective. If you're a Satanist, if you're an anti-Christian, to go around possibly cheesing off the guys that are going to be given the supernatural powers. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You got to ask yourselves these guys' heart's conditions.
Mm-hmm.
who were chosen by their God Yahweh.
Oh, you got it close.
Oh. Yeah, you got close. No, we've never said that we were chosen. We're just simply going off of things like the six fundamental truths. So because we stand on six fundamental truths and we're fighting for them, one, heliocentrism's the great grand illusion. Two, that the AE map a model is impossible. Three, that materialism is atomism, is Kabbalism. Four, we fight for the true names of the Creator and the Christ, because it says in the scriptures that there's only one name by which you must be saved. And we found out that the letter J was created 500 years ago, so it obviously can't be Jesus. We also worked at straightening out the true Hebrew calendar and debunking Trinitarianism. So it's just that track record right there that gives us a clue, because I don't know, if two other characters show up on the scene and they don't really have a track record like that, we're going to be like, well, what have you done? You know, were you waiting for the ministry to kick off, or what's going on? So it's just, no, we weren't told from heaven. We haven't been called. There wasn't a voice heard. There's no anointing, no light turned on. It's just pure fundamental truth that we know that there's nobody in the world that can stand against us on those 6 fundamental truths. And that path right there separates people that care about the truth from people that are willing to accept lies and deception. So it sort of explains itself if you take a look at it.
Well said.
Yeah.
So it's not Yeshua, it's not Jesus, it's Yahawashai is their God.
Pretty close.
And if you say anything different than what,
But not
Not God, no.
not God.
The Son of the Creator.
they teach, then you are a satanic Illuminati shill.
Yeah, man. I wonder what this Jason that lives in a house of $500,000 at least do on the internet preaching.
You're rich, huh, bro? You're rich.
I did have money at one time. I don't have it now. It's been gone for a long time.
How's that $500,000 house?
I'm free of it. I am free.
You're free of it, yes. You know, we're like gypsies, right? We're travelers. We're not travelers. We're not Freemasons. I mean,
No.
I didn't mean to say that. I don't want to. Yeah, excuse me. That is an absolute, not what I meant. We can travel. Okay, you know, all they have is just.
Go ahead.
All they have is just mockery. There's nothing here.
There's all their subs and views. See, the thing is, people watch Jared and
hit
watch
the view.
Dave, and they buy it.
You want to talk about subs and views?
Yeah, scroll down. Let's see here on Jake's page. How many likes does he have? I'm going to talk about views right now. Yes, I am.
He's got 95 comments, 216 likes.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Got a
That's
thumbs
perfect
down
example.
for me.
So Jason and I were the first ones to come out. Hold on live. We showed it. Listen, we've never bought subs. Never, ever. When they started censoring us, I learned that you have to pay YouTube for them to share your content with like-minded people. This is what it was like. So yes, we did buy a few packages, and you know how you can tell when someone's bought the packages? It's because it usually comes with between 100, 200, and 300 likes. So if we scroll down and we look again at Jake's video, Jake is still being allowed. So when we did it, right, we would boost a video. Jason boosted a few, I boosted a couple. You would get real comments because we boosted the YouTube program that we found, the people that sell you the views, because we learned that it's like a pipeline. You give YouTube the money, they open the pipeline up to like-minded people. So it did start to work, right? We were able to reach more people. It was incredible. Not only are we not monetized, we were showing people, hey, you can pay to get your content seen. So we didn't even get paid. We've never been paid. We don't get paid here on YouTube. We were paying YouTube to share our content with the people that actually want to see it. But in 2016, when Trump took over, that all got destroyed, ended. Not only did they take that away, but they rolled all of our views way back. They took double. You know what? We watched the statistics. We have a program that you can see on the right side of the screen called vidIQ. Jason's got it on the screen right now. It shows you all the data. It shows you the tags, the title, the Facebook shares, everything, Instagram posts, views per hour. We watched the data on everything. And we tracked it. We videotaped it. We published it. We've got it all documented on our channels. How we were getting thousands and thousands of views and YouTube was showing 100 or 200. All of the comments that we would get, right? They were being put into what we call a sandbox. Jason and I, our content is on a separate internet. And the other people that are able to find it, which is barely anybody, they can comment, but it never goes to us. Ever. The only content that ever shows up on our pages is usually shills or gang stalkers. And there are a few people that I've met on Facebook that have stuck around. Right? We do have a small group here. But I'll tell you right now, yes, we did. We were able to buy views for a little while to share our truth. And we taught everybody, including you, Jake. That's probably how you're buying these views. There's another character in the community that would go around and buy views for channels if you would talk about what he wanted you to talk about. Now, I'm not going to dox him. I don't like to dox nobody. I don't like to give anyone's personal information out. But yes, I was the pioneer. I'll put my name out here again. I was the one that came out and said, if you want to get seen, this is what you have to do. I showed everybody all the different pages where they sell the views, which was the cheapest, and which ones gave you real retention, real people. We were actually trying to catch a break and find more truth seekers to share our content with, Jake. Yeah, so why don't you come out and tell the people the truth, that you've been buying views the whole time, that all your content is mostly paid for, that you have someone on your team that buys you hundreds and hundreds of accounts, that they program them to leave comments, they program them to make those chat responses in the live streams. Why don't you come out and admit it all, Jake? Let's put it all on the table. Let's show the cards, because I'll admit it. I'll show you the live stream where I taught people how to buy the views, right? And the other thing that I will bring up, one more thing, Jason, and then I'll end. If you are monetized, this is something that I strongly spoke out against. If you are monetized and you're buying views, you're committing fraud. Right? That's illegal. It's illegal. So first off the bat, when Jason and I were showing people this is how you reach more people, we told everyone you can't be monetized, right? So this isn't a game of Jake is trying to be a tough guy or mock me for buying views. No, you're actually stopping people from learning how they can actually get their content seen. If you're a content creator out here, nothing in this realm is free. I have a friend, he does abandoned houses. I told him you should look into finding ways to find real retention. Some of the places that sell views, you can target places on the map with content and keywords. Okay, we're about showing people the truth and finding new ways to reach more people. Unfortunately, we can't use any of those ways. Probably because we taught them, right? I'll leave that up to the audience.
All right, so we covered this. Explained to everybody that I had bought 100,000 views on a video, and it worked for a time period. I had bought another 10,000, and then shortly after that, I lost like 250,000 views. They took it all away. So we did it publicly to try to break it, because we saw all these other channels. Remember, Jeranism came on the scene with like 16,000 subscribers from nowhere. Patricia Steer came on with like
She stayed low. She stayed low.
But she came on with all these subs out of nowhere. And yeah, we never did subs, tried the views, had it taken away. But what happened was after we talked about it, there was some channels like the
Enslaved by No Media. Okay. Yeah, he's
like that.
He skyrocketed up and got super egotistical against us. Started saying, "Why aren't you talking about me in my video?" And he backstabbed us. All the view thing ever did was cause nothing but dissension. Right? But the main thing is, okay, Jason, when we exposed that and we taught everybody this is the way that it works, what they then did was they had this public hearing where they then went on to state that they were going to demote people that weren't touting the mainstream narratives. Everybody remembers the Flat Earth video that came out where the woman was standing there and she said, well, we're just going to put a Wikipedia banner at the top of the video and we're going to demote it. So it didn't matter what you did. After they changed that, they called the algorithm fairness. So they wanted to promote stuff that they thought was more fair, or what was the other term that they used? Authoritative content they tagged. So anything that was truthful, they tagged it as a disinformation, right? And people like Jake, or not him, anyone who has the check mark, they called those people authoritative content. They got promoted and we just got buried. That's exactly how it happened. It didn't matter if you were buying views, but we never bought subs. So that's basically the whole entire spiel.
All right. So we've got in the chat, Cat I Am, healing artist and spell breaker. I have a feeling I know who that cat is. Another one of the infiltrators.
Into their shit. Ronnie and Jason don't really have much of a cult because they're too stupid.
Yeah, they also admitted to buy subs. They have bought subs.
No, that's
They've
a lot.
bought subs in video in video views 100% for sure. You can tell by the comments because they'll have like 2 comments.
It was like 4 years ago.
And then the video will have maybe 1,000 views.
We paid for 1,000 views. Nah, I got a couple 20,000s. That's it.
And what is it? What's in it for us? What do we get out of it? Because
I don't know.
We're not monetized and we don't sell anything.
But we said our goal was to reach more people. That's it. That's all we've ever wanted to do. And when it stopped working, what do you guys think? We continue to pay for the views? No, they took the views away from us. They made it worse. Now, when we get views, they roll the counter back. We start off probably at minus 10,000.
20,000 subs. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
they're jealous of you, Jason. They're jealous.
So
their ego.
Everybody make negative comments and then you not will post them.
Yeah. So yeah, you have your comments. Hold on. Set to approved only. Why would anyone allow someone to come to your house and just spit all over it or put porn ads or stuff like that? That's stupid. He's making it out like you're some bad guy because you don't allow people to automatically spam your comments.
Yeah, well, that's quite the cult trying to suck everybody in. All right, the one that actually rejects comments for being dirty and nasty. These guys would shit all over the comments section if they could, and that's what most people try to do. So a lot of it doesn't get posted. The stuff that's postable, I do and respond to. It's pretty simple.
Views, not much, so that don't match that 8.
Now he said they don't get any views. Oh, I see. Yeah, like that's the stupidest straw man argument too.
The Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. Hello, you say it wrong. They added an extra H and A. It's now Yahweh Shai.
It's Yahweh Shai.
And then look at this picture. Look at this. Why do they got to do this, bro? Why do these guys got to put us up here on the screen like that?
Instead of Yahweh Shai. So they pronounce his name wrongly for like 2 or 3 years. And they just changed it. Yahweh Shai.
Here they are. I think they both went to the same hair club for men. They both like grew out the same hairstyle at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, hold on.
Is that funny? I guess it's funny.
So I started when I started losing weight. I started growing my hair. And I said, Jason, you should grow your hair too, bro. But come on, we should have long hair, right? We're true speakers. It's freedom, right? Long hair, hippie style. Jason was like, you contemplated it, right? And then 6 months or 4 months, you started growing your hair, right? So what I want to bring up here is the scriptures. People say that, if you have long hair, you're anti-scriptures. But if we go to the book of Corinthians, we go through 11 to 34. It goes on to state here, starts off by, be you followers of me, even as I am also of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them unto you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is Yahweh. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Okay, when we read that scripture in verse 4, he's not talking about long hair. They're talking about wearing a tunic or a scarf around their head. Goes on in 5.
Tiny hat.
Or a tiny hat. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. She needs to be protected from the angels. Because it says, for that even all one as she were shaven, she should be having her head covered. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if a man be ashamed for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. They're saying, cover your head. For if a man indeed ought not cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of Yahweh. But the woman is also the glory of man. Together they're equal. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Right? All life came from Adam. It's not about one being another. They're the same. They're equal. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. So in verse 10, we're getting a reference to the book of Enoch. You got to understand that the angels prey upon women, right? With pretty long hair. They come and adorn them and they try to do things. So they were told to cover your heads, not men. And it goes on 11. Nevertheless, Neither is a man about the woman, neither the woman without the man in Yahweh. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things that are of Yahweh. Judge in yourselves, isn't it comely that a woman pray unto Yahweh with her head uncovered? So can someone pray without something covering their head? Yes. Doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, that it could be unto him a shame? Question mark. But if a woman have long hair, then you're saying it's a glory unto her, for her hair is given to her for her covering. But if any man seem to be contentious about these issues, we have no such customs here. Neither the churches of Yahweh. We're not. The scriptures are talking about anybody that comes to you and saying anything about hair. It's nonsense. It says, now in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not, that you come together not for better, but for worse. If anyone's coming around saying, oh, these guys, don't listen to them, they have long hair, that is definitely not Christian. When the churches, the groups of people that started meeting together, talking about this life forever thing, that you're going to be reborn again, that was the ministry that they were going around teaching. People now think that when they say a prayer, they're reborn. No, you literally were going to get reborn again. That's what he went around telling people. And they said, if you come around here and you're arguing amongst yourselves about whether a man should have long hair or not, he says, first of all, when you come together in this place, I hear that there are maybe divisions among you. And now I believe it. For there must also be heresies among you, that which are approved may be made manifest among you. So it shows who we are and who respects who. So if anybody tries to tell you that having long hair is something that's not scriptural, that you're not to have long hair, the argument is that if we were not to have long hair, we would not grow it. Okay? And that's, I want to continue to make sure that people understand that topic, because from a scriptural standpoint, anybody that comes around me talking about hair, I can tell the content of your heart. You're not asking me about truth. You're telling me, oh, your long hair is you're anti-Christian. And now we have people that are not Christian. They got a comment, so we're retarded. What else did we say? We don't know how to explain our map. Now we're the hair club for men. So we have fake hair plugs. Is that what they're trying to say? Am I wearing a wig? I don't understand. Again, what are these guys getting out of this? I asked the audience on the other side of the screen, why does he have to point out that I have long hair and Jason has long hair? What's the point of that?
Because he's gonna, in his mind, because we're Christians, we're fake Christians because we have long hair. He's gonna try to use it as a strike. Notice that. So the video, we are in a simulation, hashtag Team Yahushai, infiltrators, Cat the Fryan, and QNFee debunked. So interesting that this is the one that was chosen, and then we have Cat I M in the chat at the same time here.
These guys will always want to invite me. They're like, come on our stream unless you're a coward. I'm like, I'm not going to come on your home.
They banned me.
Yeah.
I'm not welcome in the chat.
No, you're disgusting.
So if you go against the AE map, they have guys like this ready to call you a shill and say,
oh,
that's exactly what Jake's doing. Exactly.
These guys literally learned how to debunk the AE map from us.
He's saying that we're the guys that are the gatekeepers, when they are literally gatekeeping people, their audience, from our content at the same time.
that you're stealing their idea or you're copying them. And so basically the flat earth AE mappers are there to intercept anyone who figures out that the earth isn't a globe. Anyone who starts questioning this realm where we live.
Oh, the what? The realm where we live? How could you even say such a thing? That's stealing what we've been saying.
The same paragraph. Might have been the same run-along sentence.
Right.
EMAP crew, Dave, Weiss, Jaron, Dubé, anyone pushing that map. That's basically an entire cult and crew there to intercept you. They're there to intercept.
So hold on. So Eric Dubé, hold on, pause it. Eric Dubé literally did a video promoting Jake. He mocked Jake when you know that they only talk about their own team. They didn't mock Jason and me, Eric Dubé. Eric Dubé gave him a shout out. He pretended to be Jake the Flat Earth asshole. He did the whole bit, put on the outfit, tried to look like Jake. Promoting him. You know how many views he got from that? Tons. Now he's coming out here acting like he's the one against them. Right? No. Jake, you haven't done any of that nonsense. You've done some streams, and we actually gave this guy credit too. I showed when he first came out, I was live streaming. I'm like, look at this. Jake is actually saying things that are truthful, and then all of a sudden, what do? They come and they take the angles and the narratives that we share, they adopt them, and then so long we explained this for years. Then they invert, flip, twist, and try to bury the truth with some retarded ad hoc theory that they strawmanned into the argument that we, Jason and I, have never said. That's exactly how the enemy, that's their only play. Copycat, and then make it look retarded. But they're also mocking the victim. They're mocking their audience. They're trying to bring all this stuff up. We're probably not even going to get into Shawn Hawkins tonight. I thought this was going to be quick, but I've just been talking so much tonight because I want to share my side. These guys want to call me out and say all this stuff.
All right, so this is the map that QNFee, remember he drew the wrong lines in here, put the compass in the wrong position, and they're saying the wrong directions. In the stereographic virtual reality, here we are at 44 minutes, 41 seconds. And what you see here, this ruler on the screen comes from a video. I'm going to show you here. See where it says the 4,000 kilometers? This is something that Q did. So this supposedly debunked the stereographic map. Now I want to point out here that this isn't our map, right? So he's got one that has no latitude, no longitude on here. There's no corners here. So he's misrepresenting everything about this. This isn't where a border is here. It's not where a border is here. Where's the North Pole? Where's the latitude and longitude? The only thing he did is he put a dot here and a dot here, and he measured it here, and then he measured it somewhere else in a place that wouldn't make sense. And this was my opportunity to, I didn't give him any credit here. I didn't think he needed any credit because he's so disgusting. But this was my opportunity to mock him, because it's absolutely, utterly foolish to apply any scale to a stereographic map. All right, so they're not equidistant. Right? Neither is the Freemason New World Order AE map and model. The azimuthal equidistant, the equidistant word is just pure bullshit. Just look at it. It's not equidistant. There is no scale that can be used on an AE map. There's no scale that can be used on this map either. It's not equidistant. It's a coordinate system. And that defines the distance between locations. All right, it's real simple. And then I also pointed out, where is it? So in the compass section, here's another, come on, play. In a physical world is so one of the things that you can see here is each and every one of these circles of sight is set to north. That's the reason why they twist along this line here. And then eventually I get to a point where I'm showing compasses. And all right, so here's the problem with a Mercator style map. Everywhere is north. All right, so if I slide this compass along here, everywhere is north and everywhere is south. That doesn't work, does it? You actually have to have poles. West have its own north and south. Adding two poles to a gridded out map makes it a stereographic map. All right, so just want to point out here right now, this is this looks stereographic right now because you can see two poles. All right, this isn't the same orientation that the map that we're using is set to, but this is stereographic because it has two poles.
So many questions in my mind.
Now this, watch it move right here. And one pole maps straight do not work. What happens when you turn it into a one pole map? Well, you end up with the Freemason New World Order AE map and model, and it's not equidistant. Look at this. It's not equidistant, and you only have one pole. Now all of a sudden there's no south. South is everywhere. So you have to have two poles. I mean, sure, you could create a circular world, but you would immediately know that you were in a circular flat world.
Where is... Show the compass.
Everyone would know exactly where
I
the
think it's at the end of the scene.
hundreds of hours of content going into all the details of this model that we can gather from the actual witnessable, observable data. What I have shown you is the best, most condensed version I can, and now you know the debunks of the people that say they have debunked the map and model. The only two things that they've been able to come up with is that it is not to scale, and they say travel across the boundaries in a physical world is impossible. And the answers to that are stereographic maps or coordinate systems, and we are in a virtual reality.
All right, so this right here, these three coordinates, your X, Y, and Z axis, this is how you locate anything in the world. So within your circle of sight, using these coordinates, you can pinpoint anything. It'll tell you where you're at latitude and longitude wise by doing these three shots. It's all you need, and that will pinpoint your location on the map anywhere.
So, I mean, one other thing to point out is that the map on the left is the sky, right? That's the sky. And the map on the right in the background is the earth, the land. These are coordinate system maps, stereographic. And with the looking like thing where they tried to say what like an atom would look like, or an electron, that on the right is a compass that works in 360 degrees. You can measure up, down, left, and right. This is how we are able to navigate. And funny enough, it's how you create things inside of computer simulations. Right? The exact same reason we say that the realm we're in was created in something like a computer type system, which the other guys were saying tonight. And these are the reasons why. And when you wrap these to a sphere, they both wrap around each other. The landmass and the ground, except the two definitely don't have curvature, and we're going to continue to show that.
So there was one other place I had moved the compass along. Oh, here it is. All right, so the dumb straw man that they had with the red line, and watch the way the compass moves here.
Pre-technology in all directions, and he left.
You see how the compass is always pointed north and it's pointed south?
Left the door open for people to be able to misconstrue the two polar rotations as evidence.
All right, see, if I wanted to go along this line right here, it would go up like this, around into here. This is where north would be. You wouldn't be standing here and pointing your compass over here and thinking that that's north, that you're in Hawaii and California is north of you like this. I mean, that's north would be going up to Alaska and then coming through the Arctic Ocean to the North Pole. So all they've done is misrepresent what we've been sharing. They didn't go through this video at all other than to just show one asteroid scene. That was it. And they're using old maps. They're taking off the latitude and longitude lines. Making up shit about us, setting up Craigslist ads and stuff like that, making fun of our hair, and then they want to say that we're cult leaders, but yet we don't ask for any money. There's nothing to sign up for, no oaths to take, and they're the ones that are actually trying to profit off of all this. So really, it's all projection from these guys. All the lies, everything that they're saying, they're the ones that are at fault. Shawn Hawkins is in the same boat. Maybe we'll get to him in another night if it's worth going through. But that's all they were able to come up with to debunk our map, and everything that they came up with was wrong. Then what they do is they go on to show full videos of crater Earth and like some really, really crazy stuff. They got the abracadabra,
which is an absolute witchcraft spell, right? They share that
Yeah,
guy's
it's-
Mobius globe. He turns it back into a sphere. They show all this. They didn't show any of your video, bro. They didn't show any of it.
Didn't
Again,
show any of it.
and my closing statements is just simply, why can't we work together, Jake? Why can't we do a live stream and we can go through Jason's video together? And then they show Antonio with his daytime, nighttime faggotry stuff, all this gay stuff they're projecting. Why can't we just be adults, brothers? And actually, I don't play this clip. It's gross. Someone already brought him up earlier in the chat. Didn't understand why. But my comment here is to Jake and to QNFEE. We already had a stream with Q. I snapped on him, made him look like an idiot. I told him to stop his nonsense. Of course he didn't. Why can't we work together as a team? Right? I got nothing against you personally, any of you guys. I'm here for the truth. But you guys are actively
They are not.
working behind our back. You've pretended to be anti-AE mappers when we both know that you and QNFee both promote it. QNFEE, he shows how it's used as a sun clock calculator. You can coordinate.
He says, oh, the longitudes work.
With the sun. You can because
How about the sun speeds, Q? We know that that the sun speeds don't work. So that
again,
there, just throw it out the window. But no.
Again, it was fun to throw some popcorn. Fun to throw the popcorn at the screen. And at the end of the day, I asked the audience on the other side of the screen, why is it that these characters are trying to flip, twist, invert the things that we say? Why? I didn't go out of my way to do any of this to these guys, right? We're just showing up here, wanted to do a stream and talk about the reasons why these people think, but they don't have anything that's true against us. They don't play our words. When they do, they clip them and play them out of character with an image that they paste over top of the screen that didn't even correspond with what me and Jason were talking about. So I ask you guys, why is it that this clown is even on here? Is he being paid? Is he part of some satanic show? Is he demonically possessed? I'm going to ask you guys to be the judge out there. You're the jury. Jason and I are just submitting the evidence. I'd like to know what possesses somebody like this guy on the screen right here to come out here and say all these nasty things about me. And Jason, what is it that's in his heart? Why is he so mad at us? I ask you, the other side of the audience. It was fun tonight. We still have a whole other podcast to go through with the Shawn Hawkins character. That's going to be hilarious. You'll see a little bit of him. Well, you saw the intro track. That was him saying no and his head twerking out. But I mean, I want to do this with a lighthearted way. I don't like to get triggered. I don't like to get mad because I'm not against any of these. I'm here for truth. I want to work together with these people if they're the so-called truthers, right?
Yeah, so if we do get to Shawn, we're just going to point out that he's considered to be insider at the Shawn Hawkins chat. PJCnet is. He was here. I don't think he commented once, not once during the section that we were being covered. He was active until then. I think he was the first person to contribute.
There he is right there. I see his name on the screen.
Yeah, so who is the first super chat?
You skipped him. Yeah, super chats. That's the other thing too. It's embarrassing. You know how embarrassed I would be right now if somebody threw $20 in the chat? If somebody put a $20 tip right here, I think I would end the live stream. I would feel so embarrassed. Like, go and spend that money on your family. Or go and buy yourself
started
something.
As usual.
Well, I don't understand. What are these social influence people out here? Why do they think that somebody paying you for a comment? Like, I mean, this just frazzles my brain. Because at the end of the day, I don't want anybody's money. I want you to keep your money, people. I want to teach people how to be more, save your money more. What are the, I read a tweet, there was like $5 trillion or something social media influencers made off like super chats and stuff. Come on, how messed up is our society? What's going on? How can Jake take this money from these people? Because it's fake. PJCnet is a team member and they have like a slush fund where they obviously just try to boost each other up. Hey, brother, I don't even know. How could I say, why would anybody want to come out here and talk about flat earth and then expect someone to, give me your family's money? Stuff is expensive right now. Like, food is like double, gas is double. Like, how could someone be taking super chats to come out here and call Ronnie and Jason faggots?
Come on, people. People are paying these guys for that stuff. You know,
Yeah, so
I
I want PJ CNET to know that we've seen through you the whole time, and now
here he is. He's here in the chat.
Playing both sides the way he does.
No, I said I wasn't gonna. Go ahead.
Can I speak? Thank you. I was just letting PJ CNET know that we've seen through him the entire time, but here it's becoming just too obvious. We can see the support that you have from Shawn Hawkins. We can see that you support Jake. We can see that you are part of this network, integral part of it. And the fact that you come join us the way you do, you're polite. You've been polite. He says bye, but you know, we're not kicking you out. We're just letting you know that we know who you are. Right? You're not hiding from us. That's all I'm trying to say.
And all I said was, yeah, he shows up. He lets me know the sound is good sometimes. He's constantly there. If he's a shill being a gang stalker or something, he's working hard. He shows up at all the streams. And if anybody would comment below Jake's stream saying that it was a good stream that him and QNFee did, and you thought that Jake deserved to be paid to call me a faggot, you think that he deserves to be... I ask you, PJ, what is going on in your heart, bro? I don't want to ban you. I like when you show up and comment. I got nothing against you, bro. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy that I see.
Jake's not a good truther. He learned how the AE mappa model doesn't work from us, and then now he's straw manning the mappa model that does work. Yeah,
well, we showed it.
And he refuses to actually have a conversation about it. He's 100% shill, 100%, and he's a Pizza T guy. And the fact
he wanted to, he ignored that. He said everything but Pizza T. Right? The evidence is obvious, and I'm moving ahead. I'm not going to treat these people. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get mad. PJ, I don't have anything against you, bro. I'm talking about how you could support somebody. Why would anybody be paying? Ask yourself this, PJ. Why do you think Jake needs you to pay him to do a live stream? I want people to think about this in their heart. What are you doing with your money? People don't need money to do YouTube. This is a passion project. This is YouTube. It's supposed to be what you want to put on it. They're changing everything. They're distorting reality. They're making everything egotistical. Is it because that when you pay someone, you get your name highlighted? Bro, I see your name in the chat. You don't have to pay. You know, I actually care about people. I do. It's to my own detriment. It gets used against me. I've been mocked and made fun of my whole life, but I'm not a victim. I'm a warrior. I'm a champion. We're going to continue to shine here. I'm happy that we were able to cover this. And again, I don't have anything against you, Jake. I seen you come onto the scene years ago. You were in the second or third wave. Fine, whatever. You did what you did. You were yoked up with Matt. Math was actually the one who taught us that this is what shills do. And Jake was best friends with Math and Pizza T, right? They all are in many videos together. And Math came out and said, this is how the shills do it. They come in, they act like they're a part of the team. They start parroting the things that you say. And then what they do is they flip, invert, and twist half of it and try to make you look retarded. It was your own team that taught us your moves. And we're just calling it out. PJ CNET, I don't see what he says about us behind backs, but I see what Jake and I see what QNFEE are doing. And they're doing exactly what Math Powerland said they were going to do. And we're out here... Go ahead.
I do know what his crew at Shawn Hawkins chat says about us. So
getting into that one next. Yeah, we're not done with Shawn. We're coming back for that. We got more coverage now, and hopefully after this we can get back into learning and exploring the reality in a much better way. I'd like to start. Go ahead. I'd like to start looking more into the sky. Okay, we've got sky footage to take. We've got to start understanding and learning the way that the heavenly luminaries are taking place. We got to get away from all this stuff, but we will come out every single time. Listen, here, I'm going to change my attitude. Last time Jason came out here and said, I am going to look the shills in the face as I destroy them. You know what, bro? All right, if anybody else wants to continue to come out here and mock us and try to make us look like victims, we are not going to continue to play the victim card, right? I will get stronger too with my responses. Now, I want to focus on good things. Okay, this was a fun stream. I enjoyed throwing the popcorn. The Shawn Hawkins thing is going to be way more funny, right? We had the best save for last, but this took so long. But I'm going to continue to get harder. Jason and I, we can ramp things up to a level that people don't really know. You haven't been around. We used to do this. When Jason and I, if we want to start going and SEO tagging people, right? We have these ways where we can put content up everywhere online, right? So if these guys want to continue to try and do this, we're going to ramp it up. I'm going to stand with you, brother. Now, I don't want to get angry. I'm going to do this in a calm, intelligent way, publicly too.
I think even PJ CNET can understand that I didn't get mad. I didn't block him. I just let him know that he's been showing who he is for a long time, and now it's just beyond.
How can PJ CNET
can't even hide it?
How can PJ CNET say that Jake is a good truther? He's taking money from people while he's lying. He's lying. He made that shit up about us making. We didn't make Craigslist about him, bro. Come on now. I don't understand. That's where I'm saying I really want people to check their hearts. Please, on the other side of the screen, have respect for yourself, PJ. You know what I mean? Respect you, bro. Don't be running around telling people that if you really think Jake is a good truther, that he's out here for the truth, something's wrong with you, bro. He's out here calling me fag.
Yeah.
What did I do to him, bro? I didn't do anything to this guy.
He doesn't have anything right other than what he took from us.
I just don't understand. And again, we come out here, we just show the evidence, we talk. The rest is up for you guys. I don't want to tell anyone what to think. If you PJ, if you like Jake, follow him. If you want to give him super chats, give them to him. But I'm gonna let you know as your friend, bro, that you're being swindled, man. Don't be giving people your money. Save it. Give your money to.
That he's being cheap. Double up. Otherwise, you're not even serious.
Here, this is my advice. Now, PJ didn't ask me for it, so he probably doesn't want to hear it, right? But I'll say it because someone else might want to hear it. If you do want to help out and you want to give back to this reality, go down to your local homeless shelter, right? Go and find people that need help in the real world. Not YouTube sensations that are calling people faggots and retards. Go and find somewhere where you can actually make a difference in someone's life. Be a role model for someone offline. Please.
Take a garbage can up to somebody's porch that's elderly.
Do something good. Do something good. From my heart, I just want people to understand the most important thing that you can do is not to be giving people super chats, man. Come on. Let's work together. Now, again, the last thing I'm going to say before I let you finish off what you have to say, brother, is again, I don't have anything against Jake. He's entertaining. He's a good bass player. He can create videos. I want Jake to share the truth. I want to stand beside Jake as a fellow truther. That's what I want. The rest is going to be up to him. And QNFEE, me and him were friends, man. We were boys. We talked. We hung out. He got me to try eating marijuana. I grew some. It had a lemon flavor. He said, yeah, you can eat it. I ate the buds. I tried it out. He taught me some tricks. He's a Dutch guy. He's very good at growing marijuana. He's got very many skills, this QNFEE guy. He's good. He's got goodness in him too. I'd rather see more of that. I'd rather see him debunk the fake realities. Put your time into making good content. Same with Jake, man. Do some good videos, bro. Do something that's truthful. I want to see some good content. Make me excited. I'm looking around the realm. I want to find good music, good videos. Come on, guys. Stop with this calling people names nonsense. Let's do something good together. Well, this is our time. What do you want to be remembered as, Jake and Q? What do you guys want to be remembered as? Calling me and Jason faggot retards? Or do you want to be remembered as guys that put out great content, that rock this realm?
They do that because we call out the fact that guys like Jake do run in the pedometer circles with guys like Pizza T. All right. So they don't like it when we do stuff like that. We expose them for who they are and who they hang out with. So that doesn't make them happy at all. I doubt that they're ever going to kumbaya and all of a sudden care about the truth. They're wrapped up deep in the networks that they're in. So we can hope for it, but don't let it break your heart if it doesn't happen. So I think that's probably it for tonight. Unfortunately, we're not going to get into the Shawn Hawkins stuff. That was the funny stuff. I literally thought that we were going to get through this content in 20 minutes, but it didn't work that way.
Nah, I enjoyed the time though. I hope I got to express myself, and I want to continue to, again, my last words. Let's work together, guys. Who wants to make some good content? Truthful stuff. Hit me up in the comment section below, or Jason, leave a comment below if you're interested in making good content, Jake. Or you, Q. Let's be men here. Let's grow up. I don't want to beat you up, Jake. I know back in the day, I banged the desk and said, let's fight, this and that. I don't want any of that nonsense, bro. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your face. Why would I even want to do that? I don't care about you. I want to share truth. I want to share truth with you guys.
And they want to hide it. So makes for a tough relationship. But that was it was fun getting through that. They didn't have anything real, and we exposed how fake they were. And we'll do it again. We will do it again.
We'll take the screen share. Yeah, we'll do it again, but we'll hopefully get better at it too. We'll continue to do better. And I hope I was calm. I hope I didn't go over the line. I want to try to be relaxed when we do this stuff, because that's the better of us. Let's be better about this as a team. Jason, where did everybody hear this?
Only Beyond Flat Earth.
Our presentation style has been described by most as extremely intense and at times very combative. A lot of you are very likely going to be triggered tonight by the things you're going to hear us say during this podcast. We give all glory to the Father Yahweh forever. His will be done. We can't tell you anything more than the truths we've witnessed. We will show you the evidence, and the fact of the matter is, the truth itself, by its very nature, is a roaring lion seeking whom it will devour, because it wages war against all forms of deception and mind control. We do not present this information to be liked, or to be popular, or to make money, or to make friends. Here we stand as witnesses on earth for the truth, for the widow, and for the weak. We recognize that the choices set before us have eternal consequences, and it's our duty to share the truth with you that we have compiled. We fight so that people can have the information, because the best way to empower someone is to give them all the information. Tonight, we are here to witness to the truth. Thank you for tuning in, and may the Father's will be done.
Can you break your crumbling idols and push them pieces into the sea? Can I trust you to keep my secret? I have loved in the face of God.
break through to the millennials and get the youth talking about how stupid space is. That's where it's at. We got to get the youth to realize that space is fake. It's not real. They aren't going anywhere. Once we get them mocking it, we get the youth, the 16 and 17-year-olds like, space is dumb. Pfft, whatever, my mom believes space is real, but I don't. Space is for adults. Adults are stupid. That's what we need. We need teenagers mocking this shit. Mooney, I wanted to go off on the moon landing. What's your name?
My name's Emily.
Emily. I'm Jake. Nice to meet you.
I'm Alicia.
Alicia?
Do you have like a Facebook page?
I have a YouTube channel.
YouTube, what is it called?
I'm called Channel.
YouTube, what is it
I'm
called?
called The Flat Earth Asshole.
The Flat Earth Asshole. That's
Can you remember that?
I'll remember that.
Do you remember that? I talk about stuff like this.
We watch videos like that all the time. Yeah. We're always watching conspiracy theory videos, you know, stuff that like gets your brain going. So that's cool. I didn't really like, this is something I guess we could talk about when we're home. Yeah. Watch videos. I'll watch your videos. I'll see what's up. That's cool.
I might have to try to get one or both of these chicks' numbers off camera. Alan Fake says, hey Jake, someone named, not gonna read that, did a video series against you. Yeah, those guys are shills. And I'm purposely not giving them the attention that they so desire because it drives them crazy. And it causes them to talk about me more and more. Here's what I do. I find what someone's wanting from me, and then I don't give it to them. So when a shill, like let's say Craig is like, Jake, come debate me, come debate me, come debate me, debate me, debate me. I'm like, no, not gonna. That's what you want to do? Then no. Come fight me, Craig. He's like, no, you come to Scotland. I'm not coming to Scotland. You come to America. So I'm the one who calls the shots. So thank you for the donation. But here's the deal. Those guys are dying to like have me talk about them because that's their mission as shills. So why are you bringing up guys who badmouth me? You don't think I know that they badmouth me? I know that they badmouth me. Thank you for your donation. I know that shills are badmouthing me. Thank you for giving the shills a shout out. Hi, Jason. Hi, Ronnie. Alan. I appreciate you giving shills shout outs.